Hey everybody, welcome back. Can you feel the Eurobeat intensifying? Can you see the swirling headlights on the mountain passes? That is right, we are checking out some more Shakai Extended. A little bit Touge Shakai. If you didn't see the first Holodeck hour I did on this, I've played a little bit since then. The game's fantastic if you haven't seen it before. It's a early access, initial D arcade sim racer. We basically just do time attacks against the track and sometimes multiplayer if you choose to do so. The game's awesome. Like I mentioned, we did a holodeck hour of it probably a couple of months ago, checking out the first, I don't know if it was the 1.0 release or maybe the 1.1 release. Probably was 1.1 of the Shakai Extended mod, which adds a little bit more content to the base game. The game itself is fantastic. It's a blast to play. But yeah, the Shakai Extended 1.2 version just got released. I got a ping about it on their Discord. And I thought we'd, do another holodeck hour session, talk about little JDM cars, a little bit of skirting, and, check it out. I'll put a link to the mod in the, I will put a link to the Discord where you can get it, because I think that is the appropriate place to get it, I should say. But I wanted to quickly go over some of the notes for the the patch notes essentially for the 1.2 release. So this one includes, it looks like 4 new tracks and 1 updated track. So we got Usi Pass, classic, Irohazaka and Nico, classic, Nagao, they're all classic, and Nanamagari, which I play these a lot in Assetto Corsa, and they're also really good. And initial D0, I think, is the latest arcade one. It's funny, actually, I've recently played that in arcades. There's an arcade near me that has it. We'll talk a little bit about that more as the episode kind of goes on. And then there's an updated Akina. And then they have some new... Oh, interesting, I didn't realize this. They have some new quality of life features. Apparently there's an external menu. You can get post-processing tweaks. I'm afraid to try that. Maybe we'll try it at the end. Just the capture on. Some localizations, and the ability to hide in-game watermarks. The most interesting thing is probably going to be the tracks, and I think that's what we're going to check out today. But without further ado, let's get in there. Let's, what are we going to race today? What are we going to race? I was doing a little bit. You can see I haven't done it super crazy amounts. That's really funny that, depending on where you rotate the car, you can hear the... Oh, we want to get out of here. We don't want nope, no licensed music. We gotta make sure to turn that off. I'm still not 100% sure on the music. I've been playing a little bit. Yeah, we'll turn the music volume down. Source all from folder built in. Huh, good to know. Yeah, I'm still not sure if this stuff is royalty free. I assume it's not, but anyways, let's do a little bit of running with so Nico and Irohazaka are separate tracks. Yes, very good. Whew, I don't remember Usi Pass. Oh, I'm thinking of I want to say in the initial D, the one for the PSP, I want to say they have the loop, which is around the lake, and that's pretty short, but this is a super long one, so let's go ahead and get started. Jesus Cow 77. That's a 945, so we'll aim to beat Jesus Cow. How about that? And the Ghost is an 1134, so we definitely want to be faster than the Ghost. We're going to be running Lancer. It's Surin. I like the name of that. I've actually been enjoying this one quite a bit. It's Lancers are all-wheel drive. They just... You're not doing drifting as much as you're doing power sliding, but it feels pretty good in this game. All right, let's make sure we get our lights on. We got to shift in the first. And the Eurobeat is going to have to be in my head. Oh, man. All these songs are so good. It's such a bummer that, I guess I could look it up. I probably should have done that before I started this video, but it's okay. For the last one, I found a great mix that I was able to throw in the background. I'll probably do the same for this. Oh, we're already off. We're already off. Man, I will say the color on this map is, like, phenomenal, even for nighttime. Like, wow, look at the sky, like, the green, the saturation is fire, and I don't have HDR on. How awesome. And now, I'm trying to remember, I think I don't know if I would have had a record if I would have ran this track. At least at night in this car, so I don't think I have. I definitely checked out all the new maps. I think the mod's been out for a few weeks now, and I've definitely played it a couple of times, but I'm not remember it looking this pretty. They did a freaking awesome job on this. Alright, so we just want to be careful through here. One thing is funny, I talked about it a lot the last time we jumped in and played this, but the tail light, what do you want to call it? The after effect, my brain is not working. Why is this car the ghost starting up here? Steven Carlsberg, why did you fly up there and pause? I'm feeling that ghost might be bugged. But yeah, you get like the tail light tails in this game, which is like very iconic of the initial D series. When you watch the TV show, and we talked about it a lot in the first video, but I just never managed to get it working. And then I later realized that it's because it only works in the replays. So we will try and remember to demonstrate that here in one of the replays just to see it, because it looks so sick. I am racing on the hood view again. Man, that turbo. Love the way that sounds. Alright. We're just taking it easy here. Taking it easy. We're not even going to talk about how this run is going, because that will jinx us immediately. But yeah, the hood view is one of those things where, at least in this game, I feel like it best represents the center of gravity. We're not really... another little love tap. We're not really even drifting with this car so much. We might pull the handbrake here. Honestly, the car's sliding around enough. This one we're probably gonna have to, yeah. Not the best. Not the best in enough speed there to pull the handbrake. But this car slides much more predictably than at least the RX-7. It's funny, I raced the RX-7 in so many different games. I'm pretty sure I talked about this in the last video, but yeah, for whatever reason, this one, it always just feels a little too slidey for me. The cars themselves in a lot of other games they're similar, you know. The pull of the rotary, you get that kind of like nuts burst of speed out of nowhere, you know. They're great engines to be boosted as well. But I don't know, there's just something about it. Something about the RX-7, the way it feels in this game, is not quite there for me yet. I've actually tried out, so I've been watching, what is their name? I mentioned them in the last video. There's this cool, like, on the community. Woo! Oh, man. All right, we didn't even get a penalty for that little love tap there. I love it. That was a nice little power slide. The community Discord has, I think I talked about it, like I said, a community-run tournament that happens, like, I just see them on Twitch every once in a while, and it's so fun to watch them just, like, freaking, you know, fighting each other. Honestly, I should join. That would be super fun. I'm just nowhere near good enough, and also nowhere near active enough to keep up with stuff like that. Whenever I'm recording these videos, it's like whenever I can find an hour. I love the idea, though, of, like, I don't know, keeping up with online communities. I've kept up with so many over the years. Ooh, that was foolish. We didn't get too much of a penalty for that tap while we're making our way down. We'll do this for the fans. We'll do a little bit of third-person view, so you get a little bit of how it looks from the outside. I'm just nowhere near as confident with the way the car slides in this. When I see the tail, I'm like so much less confident. As you can see, nowhere near as good when I'm in third person. Let's get to a less windy section, which is probably nowhere. Probably nowhere near this, but if we do somewhere that's a little less technically complex, we'll jump back to third person. But yeah, I don't know. there's something about, like, I was a... Ooh, that was close. I was a kid of the late 90s and early 2000s internet. And just have so many... Oh my god, oh yeah, I'm looking at the map now and it does not get any better. But yeah, I just have so many memories of just, like, making online friends and logging into Ventrilo every day. Just, like, meeting new people all the time, playing whatever game I could. God, man. It's just fun to be part of a community regardless. Speaking of that, it reminds me, I need to post another holodeck hour of some pinball. My pinball adventures have been... Since I posted that first pinball video, my life has become taken over by pinball. I've talked about it a little bit here and there in other videos, but oh my goodness. I went and played a 100-person tournament last weekend. It was like my first major that I went to. Did terrible. I was probably in the top 60, so maybe top 65, something like that. So nothing to write home about. Ooh. Yeah, seeing these sections here, just like, I have such better car control when I'm looking at it from the, at least what I assume to be the center of gravity of the car from third-person view. Let's see if we can get a little bit better here. I just can't see the nose, and it drives me nuts. But it does look really cool. That's the problem. Ugh. I don't know if most people who are playing this game do it in third person or first person. I assume first person just because that is my lived reality. But yeah, the pinball tournament was crazy, man. There were so many people there who, like, you know, I've been playing in a league now for a couple of months, which is kind of like a Wednesday night beer league. It's been a blast. Would highly recommend if you're looking for something to do in your local city and you have a place to do that. It's an easy way to get out and meet some people you probably wouldn't normally ever meet, you know. There's a lot of people that are in similar hobbies than I am in this area too, so that's been cool. But it was funny while I was there. I was talking to some people and, like, my first round, I'm paired up against this guy. We're playing the new Stern, well, new-ish, I'll say, you know, last 5 or 6 years, the Rush limited edition pinball machine. The guy was wearing, like, a Rush t-shirt, and I knew immediately that, like, there was 0% chance of me coming out on, ooh, little wide, coming out on top on this table. And yeah, he crushed me. I did all right, but ooh, it was funny. Like, we start the table and we all put up one ball. I do okay. The guy in the Rush attire put up like 3 times my score on the first ball, but that's what I expected. I expected to get crushed. And then immediately, they actually were streaming the event, like on Twitch and YouTube. There's like a pretty popular streaming, I think it's called the Batcave Pinball, something like that, that were streaming the tournament. So we're playing on this table, and they immediately bring over like the streaming rig and put it over the top of us, like, oh yeah, because this guy's playing. I was like, oh, I am screwed. They know who this guy is, and he's clearly incredible. But it was fun. It's just such a fun hobby to get into. And man, there's like always something to do with pinball around here. It's crazy. Been really, really finding my time with it and loving it. Oh man. But that has been my non-internet community to get started. And it's so funny because, like, when I first put up that pinball video, I knew nothing. And now I really need to... The next pinball video... Well, maybe I'll record one later. Because I still do play Pinball FX. Ooh, way too hot. That... Oh, man, killing our time. No! I probably should have reset there. That stop sign, like, actually... Oof. We're all over. We're getting squirrely with it. Yeah, you have to be careful when you're going downhill like that. It's much harder to, you know, reduce your momentum. I was doing pretty good up until then, which sucks. We couldn't even... There's the ending, too, so we couldn't beat, I'll have to remember whatever the ghost's name was. Oh, man. We were actually pretty close, though. So, a bit rough. Not bad for a first shot, though. Nice 10-minute run. Very, very good. That map is awesome. Phenomenal map. Phenomenal job to the maker of that. That is So sick. That was super fun. But yeah, I do. Anyways, on the pinball side, yeah, maybe I'll record one later. But that community, let's see, let's go back, has been fun to get into, much like finding online communities are. That was the whole point of that. Very long story. Let's try out some of the other new cars in this. This is one of the new ones. It's like this. Ooh, maybe we'll do the. What's this? This is the Celica, I believe. I always get the Celica and the Integra in my head. I know. I'm confused. It's really bad. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. Let's run it. Hiro Hosaka. Another very iconic track. But so much has changed between when I first entered that community and where I am now. So yeah, we'll record a holodeck hour and give that some proper time. The pinball effects that I've been playing on it, I still keep up with it. I still buy tables every once in a while. I still use that to practice, but now I'm getting enough pinball time in, doing enough, what do they call it? Sight play. I think that's what they call it. Match play. Match play is the name of the actual system you use. But anyways, going on site to play pinball is a big part of the hobby. So now that I pretty much play pinball. I want to be careful and watch this ghost. We don't want to be overly aggressive. I don't know how good this guy was. I didn't check to see what time he was at. But yeah, now that I've been going and playing in person more regularly, I play a little bit less pinball effects, just because while pinball effects does give you a good... It gives you a good basis. Man, this guy actually is doing great. And there's the... oh, not as bad as I thought, but this is the famous map where you can do the jump, the Hiro Hosaka jump, where you can like... oof, wow. Really locking out. This card drives a lot differently than I thought it would. But yeah, you can do like the... you can jump off the side here and like... There's... I don't know. It's a big anime moment. There's a whole bunch of car YouTubers that love to talk about whether or not the jump was possible or not. Like an SW20. I forget which one it is. Actually, might be right here that he does it. It's one of these. You can like... I forget which one of these hairpins, but you can just launch off the side and like, you know, cut off a whole bunch of time. This is not the best car. I need to be drifting through these. But anyways, ooh, we gotta get a little bit of time here. All right, we don't want to be braking that hard, and we definitely want to be drifting a bit harder through these. I'm not getting as good as traction as I want, but yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. Not as good. Yeah, pinball effects though teaches you good stuff, not enough as you need in person. So, well, I still play it a lot. Mostly to learn rules, because they do have a lot of the tables in there that I play in person. And a lot that they don't. I get my pinball fix everywhere, but we'll do an update for that. Oh, man. Yeah, so... I'm pretty sure this is the Celica, right? Let me look at the back. Yeah, pretty sure this is the Celica. For whatever reason, this and like the Integra DC2 on my head are always swapped. I feel like the 4 lights is the Celica though. JDM heads are gonna call me a... Oh, there we go. A little bit better. Throwing it into it. That's what you want to do. And I think this is actually the hill that you jump. I might say that about every hill, but or every hairpin. But oh man, this is a really good rendition of Hiro Hosaka. I love the way that they model this. I'm super curious to see how they make these maps. That is not something that I have taken a look into literally at all. I don't even know how they make maps in Assetto Corsa. I have a vague idea, but I've never taken a look at any of the editors or anything like that, or how you get assets in here, anything of the like. Oh man. This would have been definitely better than... This car is definitely better than doing the, what do you call it? The Lancer. The Lancer is not your hairpin boy. Not to say you can't do it, but it's just going to be a lot more grippy. This one, yeah, this car feels good though. It's just tough for me to... A little bit easier in here when I have the body roll. With the body roll, I can get a better idea of at least where I'm going. There we go. Somehow got away with that. Somehow got away with that. Alright, we got a straight section here. Okay, taking it over the top. You gotta love when you tune in for a JDM video game video, and then the guy talks about pinball, right? Hey, it's all niche hobbies in the end. Anything that gets you pumped up, I'm a big proponent of just getting the stuff that makes you excited, regardless of what it is. That's cooking, fishing, pinball, driving JDM cars, working on your JDM car, playing video games about JDM cars, listening to City Pop while you look at JDM cars. Like, oh, God. Just killed our run there. God, ugh. Not that we were doing fantastic. You really do have to hit these corners super hard and early. Oh, man. Murdered to get a good time on this course, but... Oh, man. Yeah. Like I'm saying, though. People who are passionate about making maps like this stuff, you just never meet those people. Who are you? If you're out there making these maps, how do you do it? Is it fun? Ooh, do you have to spend... Oh, God. It's definitely not fun to trade in pain with a concrete wall. 510. Not the best, but... Oh, we got a bronze, though. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Very interesting. All right, so let's see. Next, let me pull up the list here. All right, next we're going to do Nico. Yeah, looking at the way that the list was done, I think that both these tracks were made by the same person. So, if we're reading off names, we got... Uzi Pass was made by O Stubble, and Iro Hizaka Nico was commissioned by Mozu. All right, do we go back to... So they have the NSX now. Yeah, there's very little drift in the NSX. Let's give it a shot. I actually have not raced the NSX because it's not a car that I imagine for downhill drifting. But you got to try everything once, right? I actually do really like the NSX for specific, what do you want to call it? Specific use cases. We'll call it that. Ooh, it sounds great, I'll tell you that. Yeah, it's a midship, so, gosh, let's restart. I forgot to, for whatever reason, the setup I have, I always forget to forget to start in first. Not that that doesn't make sense, but for whatever reason, a lot of racing games, when you're in manual, you don't have to shift it into first. Although, realistically, you do. Because if you don't, your car won't go. And your car will stall if you're in first. Unless you have the clutch push, then, of course. Alright, so... I will say, this car does feel accurate to the way an NSX does. It is extremely heavy. It feels very gripped to the road. And it turns like a boat. Doesn't drift very well because it's a mid-engine car. Mid-engine, you know. Supercar killer, some may call it. But it does feel pretty good. You actually can drift it a little bit. I don't know about doing crazy high-speed drifts. I will say, from watching those streams, I'm always surprised by... There we go. Still tap the rear there. When I'm watching the streams of the guys like race... Ooh. Oh man, look at those back-to-back hairpins. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be tough in the NSX, but we'll give it a shot. I'm always surprised by, like, yeah, these guys when they're racing, like, how little they drift compared to how much I would expect, like, a pro, you know, gamer, for lack of a better term, to drift in this game. It seems like, yeah, you just really have to kind of, you race it a little bit more tactically than you would. Like, ooh, there we go. I actually raced this track a lot in the initial D arcade game. All right, there we go. There we go. Barely pulled it out. Yeah, I just for whatever reason assumed that like to really like rip it at this game, you'd be sending like you do in the arcade games of Initial D. Oh, this boat ain't turning. Oh, I don't know why I thought going into the wall at 100 miles an hour was a good idea. This is the, well, it actually makes, it's a great analog to me talking about pinball. I drive like I'm playing pinball too. Constantly bouncing off the walls. There we go, a little bit better. Just feathering the brake a little bit better. And doing light taps of the handbrake. Alright. The brakes on this car actually work very well though, which is nice. One thing that's also kind of tripping me up is the curb is a little high on the inside, so I'm expecting to kind of be able to drop my front tire over it, and I'm not able to reliably. It's a little raised though. It is what it is. Ooh. So I was talking about it earlier. I did finally get the chance between the last time I played this and now to play some like proper Initial D. Gosh, it's whatever the latest one is. I am like brain dead at the moment, especially when I'm driving. I'm just too focused. It's not Unity 0. I have played through that game a ton. I've actually beaten like all the maps in the entire story mode through means that aren't in an arcade, but I've never played it in the arcade and like played it with the full setup. And God, I was able to go and play it with some friends. They had like a full setup there. What a blast. Oh my God. Felt so good, and I was happy that it was like in pretty decent condition and like well up CAD. They even had the card system there. Oh man, it was a freaking blast. Oh man, to fully get through that game is, I guess if you go to somewhere that you can do free play and you can like go there for a few hours and you can crank through the story, that is definitely the dream. We're starting to get the bit more of a hang of this car actually here. These last few sections, I'm actually kind of starting to like the way that this NSX feels. But yeah, it's just difficult if you're playing if you're doing coin drop. Oh, okay, we're gonna, oh my gosh. Just as I say we're starting to get the hang of it, I thought that inside curb was gonna catch like it's been catching us here. But see, like there, it's giving us a little bit of feedback to keep back in, but on the out lane, it just sent us right out. Alright. Oh, yeah, playing it through other means definitely makes it a lot easier than playing it in person. Because pan per race, whew. I mean, I guess it depends. If it's only like 50 cents per play or 25 cents per play, which most aren't, usually $1 per play, it's not that bad. But man, when I play that game, I just want to sit there and that's like all I want to do. I also got a chance to play the newest Maximum tune, and that was an absolute blast as well. Oh my gosh. Especially with like all the rubber banding mechanics, which makes it really fun for, okay. Thank God the finish line was right there. We somehow got a bronze even with that. That's crazy. Gotta not show that one to the owner of the NSX on this one. All right. Also, phenomenal track. Super well done. So far, all these new maps are sick. Like, super well modeled. That's the best part about this. Like, the Shakai Center is just, like, being able to get more and more maps. Because at the end of the day, that's the whole point of this, right? It's just to have more maps to do. Uphill, downhill. You can even do this stuff in the rain. We'll do the next one in the daytime. Which is Nagao, which is by Zerker. Switch to day, and let's do, what other, I forget, I don't have the new car list in front of me, I'm trying to remember them. What is this? Is this a Honda Civic? Ford Focus? Nishi. I don't recognize that, might be just a 4th gen Civic or something like that. Super could be fun. This car, I actually do see people race this in the streams. Man, what is their name? I'm gonna have to look it up. It is Shakai something, but I actually do see people online racing this sometimes, which cracks me up. Just because I could never imagine like a Japanese businessman driving one of these out there, you know, in the wild, like down the Touge Straits. So funny. They are called Touge Shakai. Touge Shakai, that's who it is. Those are the streams if you ever want to check out some people playing this live. Super, super fun. Highly recommend. Oh, we could do an S2000. S2000 would be a freaking blast. We'll do a 350Z. Actually, I've not raced this terribly much. Looks like a lot of people are racing this here. 350Z is one of those where, like, I had a lot of friends with them growing up. They were really cheap when I was looking at my second car a few years ago, or my first car a few years ago, but, well, I say a few years ago, it was like 15 years ago now, so that feels weird to say, but, I don't know, they're just very round. I'm a boxy car guy. I love the tunability of them. Oh, wow, the livery on this looks sick. Wow, I never noticed how good the inside of these are modeled. I'm usually racing them at night. We gotta be careful here. There we go. Ooh. Alright, we're gonna run it back. Oh, man. I still have not tried, do a little bit of third-person view until we crash again. I still have not tried their wheel support in this game. I tried it a very long time ago and just wasn't crazy about it, but I feel like I've seen some people playing it online and claiming it's pretty decent now. I really do need to try it out. Whenever I sit down to, usually nowadays I'm just playing either Gran Turismo. I used to play iRacing a lot, but it's just another one of those things. Keeping up with the Joneses, man. Like, finding the time to do iRacing it's a lot. I guess if that's like all you're playing, it's really not that bad, and it's a game I dearly love, but let's see if the top down's any better. Maybe the top down's better for me when I'm doing these type of stuff. Also, beautiful vegetation, beautifully modeled map. This looks so good. There we go. Ooh, barely keeping it together. Barely keeping it together. Oh, a little bit of tapping. I want to switch back to first person again so we don't embarrass ourselves too much more. Oh, but yeah, keeping up with iRacing series, man. Oh my gosh. If you're just doing one and you can sit down, do a couple races a week, it's not too bad. It's like, usually it's about an hour, which, you know, I think most people can find an hour to do a hobby, but when you're like me and you have 1,000 different hobbies and you're also trying to make videos because you're an insane person and make music and go and play freaking pinball, it's hard to schedule race time in. So I found myself so much more enjoying offline racing. Although when I play Gran Turismo, I usually do play online. I think it's just the stress of it. iRacing, I get so stressed out when I play it. I feel so much like I am actually racing when I play that. Like, oh my gosh, I sweat so much. It's crazy. I have like 2 fans running on me. I literally feel like I am racing, which is the point of iRacing, right? Like, it gives you about as good as you're going to get without getting like an extremely expensive simulation rig to what you would want to feel in person. And boy, do I suck. Oh my gosh. I am blue flagged all the time. I was getting pretty good at some point. My safety rating was pretty high, but I think I was only like, ooh, maybe C or B iRating. Nothing too crazy, and I really only did. Now we're going to be careful here. I only really did street racing, a little bit of GT3. I was a big fan of the Mercedes GT3, whatever the full name of that car is. The snub nose looking one, very, very popular. They used it as the safety car for a little while on F1. Ooh, there it is. This car feels great, actually. I'm actually really stoked that we tried this out. This is a great feeling car. Nice amount of weight. Love the way it's drifting around the corners. I can see why a lot of people have chosen this for this track. I actually might drive this car a lot more because it feels awesome. even though I am not doing it justice in the slightest. It feels very, very good. Alright. Yeah, and the braking isn't too bad either. Everything about this car is pretty sick. Would recommend the 350Z and Shakai Extended. Oh, barely keeping together. But yeah, something about Gran Turismo 7. I don't know what it is. Gran Turismo 7, it's like just the... Maybe it's just that, you know, you can crash and it doesn't ruin your race. I mean, in iRacing, you can crash and get back out there. It's usually not in your best interest, because then you're completely SOL. Especially you have to get towed back, then wait in the pit for 2.5 minutes to get repaired. Ooh, we're catching up to the Ghost. That was a extremely dirty slide, but we're making headway. Oh, little love tap. Little love tap. Too much beans. I have no idea how to get an engine. Oh, right at the end. Right at the end. Did we get the bronze? Oh, we did. Okay. Very good. Very, very good. But yeah, something about just like the races running every 15 minutes, and I don't know. There's like, it just feels like a lot less pressure when I'm sitting down. I just want to do a couple of quick races and drive with some maniacs. Because if you hit somebody in iRacing and they report you, oh my gosh. Not that I've only been reported a handful of times, but whenever I play, I feel like I'm always reporting somebody for something. Man, yeah, show me my good part of my replay. Thank you, Touge Shakai. Yeah, show them good drifts that I did. Look at that. Look at your boy. Look at that. I was doing that at one point. We might race this car again. This car feels phenomenal. That was sick. Wow, Nagao, also fantastic model track. I don't know if they updated the physics or anything else in the mod. I don't know what else constitutes the, what do you want to call it? Quality of life. All right, next we got Nana Magari. Also, I love this track in Assetto Corsa. This is commissioned by Nato. Let's see, is there anything else we want to try? Cappuccino. Let's do... Yeah, let's do the cappuccino. I don't think I've done it, to be honest. Pretty sure it's a cappuccino. I always get this one in the Honda Beat. Mistake for one another. Let's run the K car at Nana Magari. Oh, man. View others drivers runs. Oh, I did not know you could do that. I'm like reading this kind of just out of keeping the passing the time. I'm losing my mind, y'all. It's late here. I am losing my mind. Oh wow, I love that way that these lights, man. These tracks, I feel like they are just, I don't know what it is, but they look so good. I feel like they look better than the other maps. These mappers, man, up in the game. This car feels fantastic. This does not feel like a boat. This feels like a proper K car. Although, I should say a proper modded K car, because you ain't gonna be accelerating this fast. And one of these boys stock. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nice. Oh, he did it much better than I did. There we go. Man, this car, when you pull that handbrake, this thing just kicks out so hard. I love it. Oh, God, we just killed our run right there, though. Yo, some of these cars are starting to feel incredible. I have been a sucker for, like, the Skyline and the RX-7. And I've been playing the Lance a little bit, but, like, this Cappuccino feels awesome. Oh, my gosh, that high-speed drift. All right, we got these back-to-back hairpins. Can we do them any justice? A little bit of justice. Looks like our friendly competitor up here also had a little bit of an issue. Ooh, I might be able to take him here. Eurobeat intensifies. Just gotta be careful on the straight. We don't want to overcorrect. Oh my god, we're sending it. Wow. That was about as good as an engine penalty you can get, because it usually stalls you out whatever speed you get stuck at. Wah! Oh, man. Oh. Not so good. Really gotta... There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Much better. Really gotta keep your... Oh, that was not good. Thank you for being a ledge. Thank you for preventing me from having to restart. Yeah, you gotta get your entry just right and then start throwing the throttle on. I am murdering these corners. Oh my gosh, you'd think I'm a freaking lawn person with how much foliage I am running into and tearing up. There it is. Little subtle drift. Even the highway here, oh my gosh, so well modeled. This map is absolutely stunning. And it looks great in the daytime. Yeah, man, I love the freaking different color of the trees. This is... I mean, look at this game right now. Seriously. Look at this game. This game has come such a long way. Oh. This feels fantastic. I am super impressed with the quality of these maps and the quality of these cars. And just the quality of this game is really coming along. And it's still an EA. It's been an EA for a couple of years now, but take your time, man. There is not a lot out there like this. I'm curious, though, with like the reboot of Tokyo Extreme Racer, if they're going to bring back Tokyo Extreme Racer Drift. I feel like it's time. I feel like it's time. I will say, Tokyo Extreme Racer Drift, fun game. I feel like all of those games, at least the early PS2 ones, are so unbelievably unrealistic in the way that they control. Like, they just don't feel good. But they're just such fun games. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I've never really enjoyed the controls. I more so just enjoy the theme. 415. We didn't do the Cappuccino Assassino much good here, but still got a bronze. I'll take it. We'll take it. We're just getting bronzes here left and right. That car felt great. Absolute banger of a car. All right. And I think the last one on our list here wants to check out is the updated Akina. Let's see. Let's do the classic, you know. Well, I don't know if we did it during the day last time. We'll do it during the day. We'll do a little day drive in the 8.6. You know, it feels right. It feels like the right way to end it. I can't say... I've raced the old Akina a few times, but... Made for all the coffee members. So this is made by... Doesn't say who made this one. Or who updated this one. But we appreciate them nonetheless. Yeah, the inside of these cars is looking fantastic. Not necessarily realistic. I mean, it looks similar to it. They're not, you know. They're intentionally not modeling them after. Ooh, whoa. Let's do a restart, because that was a very bad start. Let's just keep it to our hood cam. That's the only way I know how to race. The reflections also, like, what the heck? I don't remember any of this looking this good. I don't know if this is like post-processing. Well, the bloom is a little much. The highlights we could tone down a little bit. Maybe this is Shakai Extended adding a little bit of post-processing. You know, maybe we got some a little bit of shader action going on. Oh my gosh. There we go. Euro Hazaka jump. We'll stick with it because I don't want to run it back again. I will say, I don't race the 8.6 terribly much in this game. It does not drive like I remember it. Although I doubt that has anything to do with the mod. That's just more my memory more than anything else. But we'll get used to it. Usually, like, in, wow. Is it Arcade Stage 0? My brain is starting to work again. In the initial D arcade games, the 8.6 is basically like the only way you race it is just max speed, 6th gear, whenever possible downhill. Kind of like he does in the TV show. It's just all about driving the car at full speed and maintaining momentum, just throwing it around every single corner with reckless abandon. Ooh, wow. Gosh, the speed drifts feel crazy. Oh, and you know what? I already... Whoa. What we'll do here after this lap is we'll do one more and we'll just go and pick an older map and do it at night so I can show the brake trails. Because we can't go 2 videos without showing them. Oh, man. Feeling crazy. Oh my gosh, freaking almost ended the car there. Yeah, this looks phenomenal though. This Akina update. Oh, there's a little K-Truck. Ooh. Oh my gosh. The speed drift. Yeah, man. We'll do a map that hasn't been updated or new just to see if like the way these maps looks, if it's due to the extended mods enhancements or if it's whoa, there it is. Or if the old ones look this good too, and I've just been blind to the fact. The game is updated all the time. The developer is always working on this, which makes it such a great deal, especially with all this like, you know, mod support coming out for it. This could definitely be in a few years' time. Ooh, gosh, that would have been a bender, no doubt about it. Yeah, I could see this game though in a few years' time being like a big source for people who want to play something like this on a modern engine on PC. I mean, initial Unity, which was like the original version of the game before the developer took it in another direction to make it so that he could actually release it and make money on the game, took all the licensed stuff out of it. Still has a great amount of support, and a lot of people still play it. Oh, yeah. I just like that I can play this one and get updates and stuff without having to do it all on my own. I like that it's on Steam and like being able to pay the guy for their support. Ooh. Oh, man. Definitely not a display of skill here. This is more of a display of how not to drive this car. There we go. A little bit better. Really got to make sure that you got your momentum shifted and thrown in the correct direction before applying the power. All right. Yeah, we're slowing down, but not the correct way. We're slowing down by applying G-forces directly to our rear fender. There we go. A little bit better. Little bit better. Ooh. All right. Got the big... Ooh, a little too sideways. Oh my gosh, we barely got out of that one alive. I think this should be the final corner up here now. I believe it is. Yes, this should be it. Very nice. Great update. I couldn't tell you specifically what has been updated, but in my brain, this looks... In my memory, I should say, this looks far better. This looks really, really nice. Super, super impressed with this. Dang, boys and gals, whomever was involved, y'all really killed it on this update. All right, let's do a little short one here. Okawa, sure. We'll do let's do the S2000. I gotta make sure. We'll do nighttime, and we'll show off some of the tail lights in the night. That'd be a great Eurobeat song name. All right. Oh man, this track is extremely technical. I've raced this a few times. Oh man, I've immediately forgotten. I will say all the handling. Let's restart that because that was terrible. The The handling on all the cars... Oh my gosh, I forgot to put it into first again. We'll be alright. We're not going to be anywhere near the top anyways. The handling of all the cars has really, I feel like, gotten so much better. Everyone feels so different, which is what you want. You don't want all the cars to feel the same. You know? You really have to kind of pick one and see how it caters to you. I also didn't realize we're doing a hill climb, but I guess that's fair. You gotta do a hill climb every once in a while. Because that's the way it works, right? You race to the bottom, then you turn around, then you race to the top. And there we go. Very nice. Could have maybe gotten a little bit more speed out of it, but I will take a clean drift. Oh. Oh. I will not take that. I will avoid that at all costs. I will say, if you haven't played, oh man, what is the game? There is another fantastic drifting game. It's much more arcadey than not. Oh man, I played it so much a couple of years ago. Like, just ripped through it. I'll look it up here at the end. I'm forgetting the name of it. I'm sure if you're watching this and you don't normally look at stuff on the channel, you're probably like, oh yeah, I know exactly what game he's talking about. It's a very good drifting game. Inertial Drift is what it's called. Inertial Drift. Pretty sure that's what it's called. Phenomenal, phenomenal game. Oh my god, so much fun. Has like a Eurobeat soundtrack and a whole bunch of levels to go through. I wish there was more content for it, to be honest. But if you are a fan of this type of stuff, there are definitely things out there to play. But with the modded capability and just like more of a... Ooh, yeah, gotta watch out for that. More of a focus on just pure time attacks and not really any of the... Inertial Drift has like a story and like some characters and stuff like that. This much more focuses on just the driving experience. I think this is the end here now. Yeah. Heck yeah. All right, silver. Look at that, ending on a high note. S2000, even though we banked hit off a couple of curbs and ran to some walls. So let's see if we save the replay. 5, so the replay has been saved. Now we go back. Take a look at the replay. We should be able to see these headlights glowing in the night. And there we go. What's the best camera? There we go. Yeah, super cinematic. Oh man, do I not have the night lights turned on? What am I doing? There they are. Okay, I'm just not hitting the brakes. I'm pulling my e-brakes, what it is. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. I'm just sending it, actually. I'm just like I'm more just throttling it than using my brakes through a lot of these turns because we're going uphill. Ooh, look at that. That was a good one. Come on, give me a nice brake light usage. There we go. Yeah, man. This makes for some killer... Oop, you didn't see that. We all closed our eyes there. This makes for some killer footage if you want to get like just like background footage for some cars doing downhill time attacks. This camera mode has improved so much too. Oh my gosh. I don't remember the angles being this good. Man. This game's got it all. Seriously. How do I get out of my replays? There we go. Very, very good. Very, very good. Well, that's a Shakai Extended 1.2. Just wanted to give it a little bit of a check out, a little bit of a peek. If you have Touge Shakai, I will include some information in the description about how to apply the mod and where to go and look and find all this stuff. Would highly recommend it. It's not terribly difficult to get set up. Probably takes about 2 or 3 minutes. And then you got some new cars and some new maps to play with. Yeah. Appreciate everybody who put this one together. It's just really, really sick and super fun. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. As always, what's our mantra? Commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, yada, yada. All that stuff helps the video and helps me a great deal. I'm losing my mind. And I appreciate it. This has been Touge Shakai, Shakai Extended Mod, as we said. Go ahead and check it out on Steam and get the mod if you enjoyed it. Until next time, y'all, thanks for watching. I'll see you then.